So I'm here and I'm gonna tell you about why men as men need to put your mission first. So when I say mission, I don't necessarily mean a dollar amount. I don't necessarily mean a career. I don't necessarily mean the type of woman you want. I mean, what is it that you're gonna give back to the world at the greatest capacity you can give it? You know what I'm saying? So it's people that go to the army that try to become Navy SEALs, just regular infantry dudes, Marines, or whatever. They do that because they have a high purpose in life. They have their mission is to serve the country and give back, and they literally give essentially their life because they could die for a cause. So that's their mission. Their mission is to give back and protect the country, right? So your mission could be starting a business that impacts people when improving their health. Your mission could be owning a mechanic shop and getting people's cars fixed for cheap. Like, your mission could be anything. But I'm gonna tell you guys why you need to put your mission first, and why as men we need to put our missions first instead of putting women, drugs, alcohol, fucking watching TV, sleeping, being lazy, settling for meaningless jobs. All that should not be coming above your mission, you know what I'm saying? Even if you have a 9 to 5, you still should be putting in other time into yourself to better the world, or to better yourself bare minimum, but using that info that you learned to help somebody else get right. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm working a 9 to 5 and I'm coming home, getting home at 5:30, and I'm not reading any books, not taking any classes, not doing anything to benefit myself, I cannot expect my life to get better. A lot of people think that just going to work, showing up, and coming home is going to be enough. Like, that's never enough. Just doing the bare minimum will never be enough. So going to your 9 to 5 and then coming home and drinking some beer, watching TV, and going to bed, doing that every day, where's the growth? There is no growth. There is no growth. So your mission should offset all that lag downtime. So if you're really committed to a goal, let's say you want to start a consulting business while you're still working, which is cool. People do stuff while they still work their 9 to 5. So if you focus and driven on a mission and you have a 9 to 5, from what I've seen, and I've seen some people come up, people wake up at 5, at 4, either go to the gym or do their work for their business or what they're going to start up before they even go to work. Then go to work, then go to the gym, and then work on a purpose or goal for another hour or two before they go to sleep. And through that accumulated extra 4 or 5 hours a day of putting in extra work over and over and over again, it eventually pays off. It might not pay off in 6, 8, 10 months, a year, but eventually 2, 3 years, and that's late on down the line, 4 or 5 years later, it's gonna pay off. But staying stagnant and doing nothing isn't gonna do anything. So I'd rather risk it the other way and put in the hard work and bet on myself and know that hard work is undefeated. So when you're doing this, you're staying happy. When you're on your purpose, you're staying happy. Most of the time people are depressed is because they don't have a sense of direction and where they're going with their life. So most people that are depressed genuinely don't really have a solid career that's meaningful to them. They really don't have goals that they set daily. They really don't really know who they are in general. So that's what leads to depression from what I've seen. Like, people with no goals and no really direction in life, that's kind of what can lead you to depression. Now obviously there's other things like tragedies with family members dying and stuff, but I'm just talking about from just somebody being happy to sad could be a realization of, damn, my life isn't really going the way I want it to go, but not doing anything about it. And when you don't think you have control, it's easy to get depressed. It's easy to think it's everybody else's fault. It's easy to think, why me? It's easy to think, oh, this is hard. It's easy to just fold and not do anything. That's so easy to do. But when you have your mission that you're aiming towards, you always have a sense of fulfillment. So you're always going to be, you're not going to be necessarily walking down the street skipping, but you're going to feel alive, at least at bare minimum, versus somebody who's just floating through, not really knowing what they want to do, not really chilling with the right people, just kind of just a wanderer, just floating. Like, you don't want to be floating. And that's what I was going. That leads to the next point. You stay grounded. So when you have a mission, you stay grounded in what you want to do. You saying no to drinking all the time on the weekends. During the week, yuck. You saying no to staying up late on the phone. You saying no to meaningless conversations with people who can't help you grow. You saying no to basically the old you, which is extremely hard. It's extremely hard to change, especially when you're comfortable in your old habits. It's extremely hard to change. But I don't know who wrote this quote, but in order to do something that you haven't done, you have to become somebody you guys have to change who you are to become something new. So staying grounded and knowing that you have to change in order for your outcome of your life to change, you need that to have your mission going forward. Because if you're letting everybody else dictate your time, dictate where you go, dictate how you feel, dictate everything you do in your life, you're going to be hurt because you feel like you have no control. Having a mission, a flag planted gives you control. I'm not saying that you're about to have control over natural disasters and car accidents, and no, you're not a superhero, but you're going to have control over how you respond to things, how you react to things, how you spend your time. You're going to have control over that. And through that, controlling how you spend your time and what you spend your time on is going to determine your future self. If you follow me still. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, when you have a mission, it's going to help you be able to get back to your family. So a lot of people might not want families, or at least get back to yourself, provide for yourself. So I'm not ever against monetizing whatever service or entertainment you provide. So if you have value, you should be compensated for your value. A lot of people think that it's a crime to make money, that money is something wrong with making money. Nothing wrong with making money. Like, I don't know why people think it's a problem making money. If you gave somebody that said that, if you get somebody that hated money so bad, $100,000, they actually would not be having a problem with it. They'll take it just like anyone else will take it. So anyways, staying on your mission gives you opportunity to monetize your value, your gifts that you give to other people. You know what I'm saying? So staying on your mission opens up a lot of things because you realize what's really important and what's not. And it's easy to figure out what's not important once you have what you stand for written down. So if you have your mission, you know what you want to do, you kind of start saying like, well, I really don't need to be kicking it with this person. I really don't need to be doing that anymore at 9 o'clock. I really don't need to be doing that when I wake up. You kind of have guidelines that you start following, and then you just start changing. And then once you start changing, your friends start changing. And once your friends start changing, your life starts changing. But it starts with you. So as a man, stay on your purpose, stay on your grind. Don't succumb to what the world expects you to be. Be what you want to be, do what you want to do, live on your own terms, be your own boss. If you don't want to be your own boss, live life. Well, I mean, even with a job, you can still be your own boss, but do you, live your own life, get your purpose, get your mission going, real talk.